Am I concerned going into postseason? Actually, I'm not. Am I frustrated and angry? Yes, I am. I'm not upset for the obvious things that went wrong yesterday. The falls on beam. Actually, I'm not upset about that. And I take after every single meet, I make sure that I just don't have a reaction to the meet, whether it's a loss or a win or whatever. We go through every performance and even warm-ups, how we did, so I can get a better comprehensive, real idea of how we did yesterday or how we did at the meet. And so that's what I did last night and this morning and in our team meeting just now. And I feel the same way. The obvious mistakes, Aisha fell on beam. Okay, it's gymnastics. She's been a rock for us. And everything she did up to that skill and everything she did after that skill was beautiful. She went at 9.35 with the fall. She maintained her poise and her composure. As soon as she dismounted, she went right up to all of her teammates and she said, "Come on, guys, we got this." She didn't hibernate. She didn't get down on herself, have a little pity party. So I thought she competed like a champion yesterday. Sam Peshik, we knew we were taking a risk with Sam. Sam did skills on the beam for the first time Thursday since she broke her foot in December. So Thursday, and then she had a routine on Friday. Granted, she was doing half the routine that she normally had competed as an elite. I actually thought that she'd have a little bit more problem on the dismount, not because it's a difficult dismount for her, because she's never even done a 3 series. But we anticipated that she was going to get tight. That's what she does when she gets slightly bit nervous. She gets tight, cuts all her handstands off on bars. She gets tight. So we went in knowing we were going to take that risk with her because we want to get her as much experience as we can give her before championship season starts. And then Brittany was off from the get-go. Brittany came out of the locker room crying, and just because it was senior night, and she said it hit her yesterday morning that it's coming to an end. Yesterday was the day it hit her. So am I upset about that? No, I'm not upset about any of that. I am upset with the fact that we're still not warming up well. I'm upset with the fact that when people are making a mistake or they're having problems in their warm-ups, they're not allowing their true personalities to come through and work through it. They're getting back to this robotic, I can't have a personality or show an emotion thing that a lot of them grow up with. And that's what upsets me. Because I feel by this stage of the game, I feel like we've earned their trust. That as long as they come out and they go 100% and they can say that they've done 100% and their teammates can feel it. However the evening plays out, it plays out. But to go into this self-preservation mode and just shut down their emotions when the slightest little thing goes wrong really upsets me. The problems stem from warm-up and still from training. I said a few weeks ago that we're not training with purpose. Well, we are training with purpose, almost too much purpose, because I think you can tell by our bar dismounts, that's all they're thinking about through their entire routine now is sticking their bar landing. They're not even releasing the bar at the right time because they're releasing so early. But what can be done is, we had a very long team meeting this morning about it. It was great. It was great to hear them speak up and share how they feel when they're in the gym, when they're doing their visualization, when they get into a meet. How they are thinking, "Ooh, I don't want to screw up." Okay, what's that called? It's called playing not to lose. And so it's our jobs as coaches to figure out how to get them to play to win. And the best way I feel we can do that is to encourage each of them to bring themselves into their athletics. They're really fun girls with great personalities. They're all different, but you may not know it to see them. Michelle Wong is hysterical. She's super smart and she's really funny. Sydney Sawa has one of the most dry sense of humors on the team, and she's always keeping the girls in stitches. Olivia Courtney, same way. Really funny girls. Sam Pescic is always up and energized, and I'm hoping that from here on out they'll bring that to training and to our inter squads and to competition. Because I think that that's the only thing that's missing, actually. It's not desire, and it's not training with purpose. It's bringing themselves into it. It just doesn't make sense. Think about it. To go into a stressful situation and have to pretend to be someone you're not, doesn't that just put more stress on you? So hopefully, I think we figured out a key part of it today. There were definitely some highlights. Lachelle starting us off on vault, that was great. And she said that Aisha went up to her right before her vault and said some things to her that just released her to be able to do her biggest, best vault, which was nice that it came from another teammate. Tawny Fatone's been a rock star on vault, and she's figured that out, as she has on floor. It's always fun to go into competition with athletes that want to play to win and that aren't afraid to say, let's go out and win this thing. And so when we went to floor, I believe we were down by 4/10 or 4.5 tenths, something like that. It was feasible. We could make it up. You know, Fat Lady hadn't sung yet. And that was one of the highlights for me, going up to Tawny and saying, seriously, we're going to win this thing, right? And she looked me right in the eye and she says, of course we're going to win this thing. And she can perform the best floor routine she's done all season. So that was great for her to see, kind of break through that. I think that was a breakthrough for her. And she said this morning that she's looking forward to bringing that same confidence into bars and beam now. Those were definite highlights. Nikki Tom was a tremendous highlight. She's a great leader. A lot of people I don't think see her really as our leader, as our rock, but she is. She is in every moment, every step of the way with everything. Even when she's through with workout, she'll stay. If there's 2 or 3 people left to finish the assignment, she'll stay and help coach them or just be there with them. For her to come through on beam after Aisha fell, I thought was great. And Olivia Courtney, I thought, had a tremendous meet. Olivia came out and, you know, that was a rough beam situation for us. And Olivia came out and Brittany went up to her and they had a little chat right before she saluted the judge. And you could just see it in her eyes that she was going to get it done. I thought there were quite a few highs. It was nice to see Sam come out and not make any excuses, you know. It was like, Sam, how's your foot feeling? She goes, my foot's fine. She says, I just need to compete a little bit more to get back in the groove, back in the swing of things. So that was nice. It was nice to be able to have Brittany go all around because she's had so many ankle and foot issues since she's been here. She just came up to my office and apologized. She says, I feel like I let the team down. And I said, absolutely, you've not let the team down. Her schedule is going to ease up a little bit, so we'll have maybe 2 or 3 weeks for her before championships that she's not going to be on this type of a schedule. So as you first asked, I am not concerned. I think we're going to do well. Fullerton, we're going to be going with an A squad. We need to get a high score. We have to get a high score, a way score. We need to build that confidence in our student athletes. We need to get in the rhythm, a better rhythm of warming up and competing. We have a few people that we need to bring in to see. Lachelle's been sick the last few weeks, and she can score really high on floor if she's well. So I think we may rest Brittany on floor. We should be able to make up for that with Lachelle. Hopefully she'll have a good week of training and not munch her ankles. Monique will hopefully be back on bars. And I think that's about it as far as shifting people in and out. We talked about moving maybe Nikki up to the start-off spot on beam. Hopefully, you know, putting Aisha further in lineup maybe to get her score bumped a little bit. I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but we're coming out with an A team on Sunday.